Hi, I'm Dave from Eco Future Heat and welcome to the future of your home heating. So today we're going to be looking at this Worcester Bosch 8000 gas boiler. This is the absolute Rolls Royce of boilers, top of the range, absolutely beautiful boiler to work on, work with, and efficiency wise it's up there with the absolute greatest of all time. Its reliability is absolutely fantastic. Today I'm just going to go over a few key features. If you have one of these boilers or are looking to get one of these boilers, topping up the water pressure, seeing where you need to be as a homeowner, and I'm going to show you inside the boiler to show you why this is the top of the range boiler and what actually gives it its reliability and efficiency inside. To start with, you'll see that the screen, if you press this OK button at the bottom, it will show you what pressure you have. There's no visible gauge on the front. If this ever dropped enough pressure, it would actually tell you on the front that it's lost pressure. The way we do that is this way. Underneath the bottom, we have a little blue tab. You pull down the blue tab, you'll hear the water going in. The pressure on the front will start to rise. Once we get to a certain point, you'll find as the pressure gets to 1.2 bar, and now we have enough pressure in the boiler, we can just let the actual keyless filling link slam shut. Letting it slam shut just means because it's on a bit of a spring with a washer on the end, it just likes to be slammed shut just to make sure that it is where it is and it's actually seated properly in itself. Once you've done with this, if we press that OK button again, we actually go back to the home screen. So nice and simple. We can change central heating temperatures, we can change our hot water temperatures up and down. We have the Eco button here. The Eco button is actually for your preheat on your hot water. So if this boiler was miles away in a garage from your hot taps, you can undo the Eco, which sets the preheat to on, which means it will actually keep itself warm, ready for you if you need some hot water quicker. Instead of wasting all that water from being freezing cold, it sort of like makes your water get to you that little bit quicker if it's a further distance away. If this is located quite near taps, realistically you want that Eco button leaving on, because that will stop the boiler from working completely and obviously save gas and save energy where it's not needed to use to create quicker hot water. So let's just get this case off. Now it's completely stripped down, you can actually see how, although it's quite a large boiler, how compact things can be inside to make sure we get the biggest of everything, so the biggest and bestest heat exchanger. And actually in the back of here, which you won't be able to see, is a really large plate heat exchanger to give you the best flow of hot water for the kilo output that you've got. We also have a really big condense trap. So there's a lot of misconceptions with condense traps and condense in general. We had a major part a few years ago where we had a really bad cold weather. The problem wasn't actually the boilers or the fact it was a condensing boiler. The problem was the actual condense pipe going outside. People was running them in these smaller ones, not knowing, we wasn't told that they might freeze. It was sort of like a first generation of condense that this happened to. Since then, obviously, everyone is upgraded to building regulations to make sure that you have as minimal chance as freezing as possible. All boilers now are condensing. It's not that only combi boilers condense, they are separate things. All boilers now condense because that is for greater efficiency. So in here we actually have something called the Condensure condense trap. So what this does is, the reason it's so big is A, it holds a lot of water, so it doesn't trickle tiny bits of water out to freeze easily. It lets big mug full of water go every time it needs to. And it's also been designed around the pump and around some of the pipework to actually preheat that water, so when it does go through to outside, it's not cold. So it's got an even better chance of not freezing. These, in my opinion, are the absolute greatest boiler on the planet. Massive expansion vessels, so we never have any problems with expansion or loss of pressure. Boiler side, the best heat exchanger, the W5. This has been from the old CDIs and the CDI Classics into these. An absolutely timeless, robust heat exchanger. These are 12-year guarantee when installed by someone like myself, who is a Worcester accredited installer. We come with the Worcester magnetic filter, always included, giving it that 12-year guarantee as well. This also protects and prolongs the life of this boiler, obviously going forward into its 12, 15, 20 years old. I actually have one of these in one of our properties that's not actually an 8000, but it's the CDI, so it looks very, very similar to this on the inside. This is just obviously the upgraded model with different facial front and obviously the circle on the front as well. The old one is the white one with the little door. Has this same heat exchanger in, like I say, is pretty much exactly the same boiler inside. That's 21 years old and has only ever had a set of spark electrodes. That would be the same as in a car, glow plugs, spark plugs, that sort of idea. This sparks the gas. That's all it's ever had. So they are absolutely fantastic boilers, really robust, really energy efficient, and as you can see, they're superb to look at. If you want any more advice, come on down to Eco Future Heat. Remember to like, subscribe, share with all your friends to make sure that we can get our message and all these energy saving tips and product reviews to as many people as possible. Thank you very much for watching and take care.